Ancient Albatross here. Looks like I'm having a little solo streaming action tonight, and tonight I'm going to be making pre-gens, going by the GM Roulette genre table. So yeah, I'm gonna be rolling randomly off this table and making a couple pre-gens, just to have some fun on stream. And if anybody wants to hop in and chat, I'll be more than happy to answer questions or just have a nice little chat. Um, Until then, I'm gonna be popping some Bob's Burgers on my phone, and yeah, I'll still be talking about what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, let's get this party started. Got my D20. Let's see what genre we get here. Love making characters, so by the way, I love it. Alright, I got a 2 supers. Oh, that should be fun. I'm gonna make it with 2 power shifts. I think that's the default, or is it 3? I don't know. Because it's a supers game, and due to the nature of characters, we'll just say that they have 3 power shifts that can be assigned by whoever's gonna use this character, just so they can have a little more control of how so. Or, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But let's get started. I'm gonna be using a physical book here, and basically, just gonna have the character sheet on the stream here. Where is our character sheet? And yeah, it's basically mostly me just talking. It'd be nice if someone wanted to chat, but it is what it is. And yeah, I'm gonna get started on my supers character. So what do I think would be a fun supers character? So obviously for supers, you're gonna want to look at focus first, because supers are all about that power, right? So I'd be like, what would make a fun power? So let's go ahead and check that out. I always forget what page these things are on. Don't really care about their type yet. Just want to look at the focuses. Foci. Oh, pardon me. Page 60. Didn't even turn on Bob's Burgers yet. Just gonna tough it out. I think it might be too distracting to listen to Bob's Burgers while I do this. Oh, but yeah, let's keep it going. Let's see. Let's take a look at all these focus here. We'll make a fun superhero. And if anyone is out there and want to chat, tell me what they think a fun superhero might be. We can work on crafting that together. But for now, I'm gonna pretend like nobody's here, because likely there is not. Sorry, I'm a pessimist. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I guess it really depends on the kind of supers game, but I'm just making a generic old superhero. What's sticking out to me here? I'm trying to think of even an archetype that I want to follow. I have no idea. So let's go with... You know what? I always like these kinds of characters in games. Oh. A Beast Boy type character. That's pretty interesting, actually. I believe there are focuses that let you shapeshift. I forget the name of it. But you would say then you can just flavor it. Or where is it? That I'm blanking now on the name of that focus. You can also work on creating your own custom one, but the way I would do that is, again, Beast Boy can transform into a whole lot of stuff, right? Like a tons of things. So I feel like that would, like, personally, right? How would I go about creating a Beast Boy character? I feel like that would be very hard to recreate within Cypher System just raw. I could be wrong. I believe there are things that let you change shape. I forget if they provide benefits or whatnot, but essentially I would find the ability that's closest to letting you change your shape, right? And I'd let a Beast Boy character maybe start with like a tier one, maybe three things they could turn into and like that would provide a benefit or something, right? And then you just decide what those three things are, and you go kind of loosely based off the ruling in the book that lets you change shape, and you just adjust the bonuses based on the type of creature he wants to be. Um, and all that would really be changing is maybe his HP gets a little higher or lower. Maybe definitely he becomes trained or hindered, or has an inability at certain things depending on what kind of creature he is. Um, but I feel like that's a kind of creature I would really want to like homebrew something for. I don't really want to dig through the book to create this character through raw, because I feel like that in itself would take like a whole hour. I'm just here to pre-gen some just some characters just to have for GM roulette or whatever have you. Thank you for stopping by. Jesus, I believe you said that was you last time, I believe. But yeah, just what I said prior is how I would go about it. Um, is how I would go about it if I was creating it and I had the time to like fully flesh it out or craft it. I'd probably homebrew something. Well, again, I would like comb the book for something that would fit that. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know how many of our videos you've watched, but I'm the least knowledgeable or book heavy of the three of us that do this stuff. So I can't really think of stuff off the top of my head, and then it'll take me a long time to actually find the thing that's like the ability we're talking about or whatever have you. So, again, another video for another time though, because there have been requests for things like that, like how would you make Beast Boy, how would you make Superman, how would you make so on and so forth, and I feel like that in itself would be like a fun like two hour video where we just sit down and we craft these superheroes. Whether in raw or homebrew, like maybe we spin it both ways. Like this is the closest with raw. This is how I would do it though. I think that would be a fun video. But either way, that was a very long tangent. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Superman's definitely straightforward. Um, but yeah, I just it was the first example that came to mind that I've seen people talk about. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to what I was doing. But yeah, don't stop with the questions though. Don't feel like you're derailing my train of thought or anything, because that's why I'm doing this, is to have this little chat while I do this. And I don't have any ideas or anything for any characters. I'm again, if you've watched our videos, we're heavy on improv and stuff. So I like doing stuff on the spot. But I had saw a focus in here that I really liked. I forget what it's called. Oh yeah, there we go. Brandishes an exotic shield. So that one I like a lot. I like the sound of it. I haven't looked at it all. If you have the new Cypher book, it doesn't tell you what the things do. I just like the way they sound. So it has force field shield. Sounds cool. That could be anything I want in any setting, whether it be technology or mental magic or whatever have you. So that'll fit in almost any super setting. And then the other ability you get is Force Bash, which sounds like you get to Shield Bash somebody, which I'm all about in games. In any game where you can wear a shield and Shield Bash somebody, I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and make that the focus for this Super's character. So let's go. I'm using a pen and paper notebook because that's my what is it? Oh, actually, I actually typed that one down because that's definitely gonna be the focus. I already lost the tab. There it is. So the focus is definitely going to be, what is it? Brandishes, and exotic. Fudge. Exotic shield. It's definitely going to be the focus. I'll fix the spelling and stuff later, the capitalizations, because I definitely want this to be capitalized. But my mic is kind of in the way, and I don't want to fuss with it now. So that will happen later. Flavor, type, or otherwise, we could just write the genre in here, which is supers. I really like these new sheets. I definitely need to implement them in my new game. But yeah. So what should my shield basher guy be like? I should probably even look up the abilities just to see exactly what they do. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. So what is brandish is an exact? Oh, firstly I should read the little blurb they have here, because you know that would actually make sense. But you know I never do things that make sense. But it says you deploy an amazing shield of pure force that provides protection and some offensive options. Definitely sounds fun, and you can. It definitely seems like there's a lot of ways to play with that. A lot of ways to play with that. A lot of ways to play with that. So 143 and 142. Let me know if, like, does my voice sound okay if you're still watching, Jesus? Which I really appreciate you stopping by, even if you're not still here, and you watch this at some later point and hear how grateful I am. Fully did not expect a single person to stop by. So I fully appreciate it. I've already forgot. Oh, there we go. Force bash. Pummeling melee you make with your force field shield. Your attack inflicts one less damage than normal, but dazes your target for a round. Oh, so it's basically bash. You get it for free whether you're a warrior or not. Not for free, but you get bash. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I was gonna add music, but then I was worried about like the copyright stuff, and then it being like too loud or whatever, having to fuss with it. Because parts of the other streams got muted, like the intros, like you know the like we'll be starting soon, like the screen before this will be starting soon. You know, it's put like literally picked royalty free music for that purpose. But on Twitch, you know, in the the press broadcast, it says like those parts are muted. Like I picked royalty free on Spotify for that reason, like. And since I'm doing a video like this where I'm speaking a lot, I would rather my voice not get muted, you know, in the recording. Not that it's going to happen on my, because I'm recording on my side as well. So let's go ahead and read Force Field Shield. You manifest a small plane of pure force, which takes on a shield-like shape with the barest flicker of a thought. So yeah, you basically will a shield into existence. You can dismiss it just as easily. To use a shield, you must hold it in one of your hands. Your practice in using your shield as a light melee weapon. However, you have attack with both your shield and a weapon held in the other hand. Both attacks are hindered. Oh wow. Alright then. When you are unconscious or sleeping, the force field shield dissipates. So let me go and reread that. You are practiced at using your exotic shield in one hand as a light melee weapon. However, if you attack with both your shield and a weapon held in the other hand, both attacks are hindered. Okay then, that's kind of rough. Yeah, I guess. I generally have a pretty good time or a pretty good track record with music and stuff. Sorry, I just saw your comment. But yeah, that's pretty rough. Negative side effect for this focus here. But still very cool focus, and I still get to bash people. And I'm sure later on it gets stronger. Maybe. Either way, not gonna worry about it now, because these are just pre-gens in the case of GM Roulette or in case of emergency character needing. Alright, so what do I want my shield character to be like? What do you imagine this person to be like? Brandis is exotic shield. Brandis is exotic shield. So I'm writing this note down for myself. So I feel like they would be stalwart. You can't attack with two weapons though, so that's... What do you mean you can't attack with two weapons? Um, like you can hold two weapons on you or something? Because you can, yeah, always just dissipate the shield and attack. Like hold a medium weapon and then put it away. Because it says with a thought, so I feel like that's instant. Or was it an action? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's very fast. I would even allow that in my own personal game as a Captain America. No. Now that you said Captain America, we're gonna go the other route. He's gonna be a crass jerk. We're gonna make him a jerk. Alright, let's see how we can make him a jerk. Yeah, but it's the wording says if you attack with anything. Let me see the wording again. I don't usually like the rules lawyer, but the wording seems to say, unless you're looking at it and you're reading a different way than me. If you attack with both your shield and a weapon held in the other hand, both. Oh, I see. Okay. No. I see the wording here. A weapon held in the other hand, both attacks are hindered. If you attack with both your shield and a weapon held. So the way it's, I don't know why it's implying, maybe in the case that maybe you get like what you call it, minor effect or something, and you want to attack twice, and you say, hey, I want to batch him with my shield or something. It's saying if you attack with both attacks are hindered. I don't know. I don't know. Don't really know how to read this. Damn, the first focus I pick, and it's something that is like kind of ambiguous or weird. If you attack with both your shield and weapon held in the other hand, both attacks are hindered. That wording there, both attacks are hindered. Yeah, but when do you ever attack like with two weapons out like once? You're never holding two weapons. Attack is usually referring to, swinging with one thing, and that's it. Regardless, since it's worded that way, I guess it's just specifying in some rare situation that you happen to be able to attack with both things. But either way, it's a good. Either way, I would say you would wear a medium weapon and then have the shield, the electronic shield or whatever. You get to make 2 attacks in a turn, I think? What? I don't know. Unless that's a new ruling. I don't recall ever reading being able to make 2 attacks. Oh, I could be wrong. If you have the book in front of you, you could look it up and quote the page and me. But I'm fairly sure in one attack, whether you're holding 2 weapons or not, you attack once. And I believe if you want to dual wield, I forget if there's a ruling for it, but I feel like someone was talking about it on the server recently and said that anybody could dual wield. Is just, you're hindered at the other attack. So I guess in this case, there's no probably wrong, quite honestly, because I'm gonna be real with you. Have not read this the most thorough. I just love playing the game. I don't know if I've said I've definitely said I've said this a lot. I'm not the best reader. It's hard for me to sit down and read something, but I do love this system. I do love the elegance of the rules. I'm sure there's something in here somewhere about it. And if not, it's very easy to say, hey, you want to dual wield. Okay, if you're attacking with 2 weapons, your second attack is hindered a step or 2. Boom, that's it, dual wielding. Anybody can dual wield now. It's also, you can look at the wield to weapons focus and play off that. And kind of tweak it to be like, I forget what that one is. I think you're able to wield certain weapon types without any deficiencies. But yeah, if just literally anybody wanted to do wield, you could say, hey, let's hinder 2 steps. Let's hinder an 8 step. But, again, there might be something in the book about that. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna make this guy jerk because you said Captain America. Let's see what descriptor I can use to make a jerk. And probably gonna compile. Oh no, I'm not gonna. I'll compile on the sheet as I pick things, I guess, and then I'll fill it out via copying over from the PDF. But I will be using the book to look up things because I enjoy using physical books. Do not get to do this enough. So where are the descriptors? I know it'd be so much easier if I used the PDF, but where's the fun in that? And again, this is meant to be a chill hangout, so that's why laid back attitude, not stressing about finding things quickly, because I do enjoy talking aloud to myself. The script is on 38. I dig that actually. I actually like that a lot. He would be like an anti-hero. An anti-hero in a super setting. Let me see what Craven does exactly. Is Craven in the revised? Well, yeah, here it is. Speed, stealth, running, training, escape, fleeting, stiff. I like it a lot, actually. So, if you don't mind me using that, we're going to go ahead and use that. I actually dig that quite a bit. So, we're going to go ahead and use Craven. Okay? I actually like that a lot. Craven. A very excellent choice. So, let me put my phone. I don't need that here. I'm actually not going to watch Bob's Burgers, like I said. It'd be too distracting. I am going to keep these headphones in, though. They're not plugged into anything. Just helps with my volume control when I speak. Otherwise, I feel like I speak too softly. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and look up Craven on the PDF. Let's add it to the sheet. So descriptors, Craven. I'm gonna leave the character name blank on all of them. Because that should be up to the player to decide what their name is. I don't really like naming pre-gens. I know a lot of people name their pre-gens. I don't. I'll always have a name in mind for a character, or like I'm pretty good at just making up a name or something. There's always the NPC deck for quick names. But I like to give that agency to the players when it comes to pre-gens. Say a Craven. Let's go ahead and copy over the Craven stuff, and then we can edit anything that might be affected by the type when that time comes. And I'm not streaming, or I'm not showing the Cypher PDF because I feel like that might be a little inappropriate. Alright, so you have +2 to your speed. So I'll just write 2 speed here just to start off. You get trait and stealth. I really like the new skills section. You're trained in it. It is a speed task. Let's see what else we got here. Running. Oh, why does my nose feel stuffy all of a sudden? Oh. I'm gonna leave that. Can I fit in 2 letters here? No, I can't. I'm gonna write choice. Like, I don't like, for running could be might or speed. Like, it depends on the situation. So I'm just going to write choice. Like, if only I can write where C equals choice somewhere. But, or we just leave it blank. That just implies that they can fill in what they want. But yeah, I feel like that's super situational. But they're trained at it, which is what matters. I did not mean to tab that way. They're trained at any action taken to escape danger, flee from dangerous situation, or wheedle your way out of trouble. So how can we word this to fit here? Can I just copy this? Let's see if it'll fit. Escape danger, flee from dangerous situations, or wheedle your way out of trouble. I could just write avoid danger. Yeah, that's way too big. Avoid danger. Escape danger, flee from dangerous situations. That covers both, and wheedle your way out of trouble. So I could just say avoid danger or trouble. There we go. Boom. Now it makes sense. And he's training it. That would definitely be intellect. Actually, that might be speed too. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that blank as well. Could also be might, depending. And let me just break it down for you why. Here's my reasoning. Here's why it could be all three. So avoiding danger or trouble, right? It's basically as described in the little book there. So for speed, there's a boulder falling. Oh no! To get out of the way, you would need to quickly do so. Intellect, you need to, again, how it's described in the book, wheedle your way out of trouble. You find yourself in a dangerous situation with some people who might not be so friendly. Maybe you might be able to talk your way out of it. That would be intellect. And then lastly, might, getting your way out of trouble with might. Maybe you ate some old food, some poisoned food. And to get out of the trouble of that situation, you would need a might roll. Bang, bang, boom. And that's the one thing I love about Cypher System. It's so loose and open. I feel like any other system, or excuse me, disclaimer, I have not played many other systems, but I feel like a lot of other systems would be like, they'll have a very specific rule for, hey, you ate poisoned food, or whatever, or for things of this nature. All the things I described, they would have very specific rules for them. Whereas in Cypher System is that, hey, you avoid danger or trouble, and you're good at those things. Boom. I don't know. I enjoy the looseness of it. Anywho, let's keep the train rolling. Should not break down my character so friggin' much. Oh, if you have an inability, initiative. Initiative. I wish I could spell initiative. That is not spelled correctly. There's no way that is spelled correctly. I'm just going to copy it from the book. Why is my spelling so bad? I'll look at what you're saying in a second. I see your typing. Initiative, that's definitely speed. He needs an inability at that one. Yeah, I love it. I feel like for that might roll, you already filled it. Yeah, exactly. Like, but you never know. You might eat something unsuspectingly. Or actually, no, that actually is a good point. Once you've eaten the apple, you're already in trouble. But there's also the fact that maybe your physical body is good at getting out of trouble, and it's able to resist the effects of the poison. Sorry, I'm a dummy dumb when it comes to spelling, but thank you for that. I would have just copied it from the chat, but I saw it in the PDF first. And what's the other thing? You fall to pieces when you have to undertake a potentially dangerous task alone. Any such task, such as attacking a creature by yourself, is hindered. Alright, so I'm just gonna write dangerous tasks while alone. And again, that could be situational, so that would be you're just hindered at it though. Which I feel is reasonable. And it's usually very, very, very hard to end up super alone. Unless you're us, lost in a fucking, fudging, tall grass illusion fun house. But yeah, it's a good inability. Let's see what else you get for Craven. You have a good luck charm or projective device. I'm not even going to add that additional equipment because what you call it, the focus already provides that with the shield. But for flavor's sake, you could write good luck charm. That's a good one. We'll just write that under. I like to write that stuff under notes or equipment. Yeah, we'll write that one under equipment. Good luck charm, and I'll just, you leave it blank for the player to fill it out, like what it's gonna be. Like I'll usually put a dash, like, and they can write it in what it is. Yeah. Oh boy, that was a fun little game. But you have a good luck charm. Let me go back to the PDF. What's the other thing? I don't like to put the initial link starting to adventure because most of these would be used for one shots, and we generally make up stuff for that. And if someone wants to use it, it's easy enough for them to just pick it up from the book. So, again, yeah, even when I let's say I use these, we use this for GM roulette, we would end up like what you call it, just discussing how these characters got together instead of like using this little thing here. But again, I'm gonna be a lot of people made pre-gens on the Discord server. I've been meaning to collect them, and I intend to do little streams like this every now and then. So I'm gonna start compiling all these pre-gens. And one second, I need a drink of water because I've been talking for 30 minutes straight. Boy. Anyways, links can be easily filled in by players, is what I was getting at. Or initially to starting adventure. Okay, I think we can move on to the next part of the character. Yeah, I'm not putting a. So what type should they be? My instinct was speaker. Only because I like speakers so much. Did I just drop my pen? I think I did drop my pen. Oh boy. Alright, so let's check it out. Oh, legend. Hell. Alright, so definitely not warrior. I definitely don't want him to be a beefy guy. I feel like adept would be really good too. And with adept, in a super setting, it could be like a super suit user or someone enhanced by nanites or something like that, or just not even a super suit, just who has high tech gear. Like all the abilities would just be high tech gadgets or something. And I really do enjoy. You know what? He's gonna be an adept. That's it. No, I'm making him an adept. That's it. He's an adept. He's definitely gonna be adept. And to fit in with that Craven idea, I'm just trying to plot out a little. Even though I don't fill in backstories. Like when I make characters, I like to think about how they would be included in the story, or what I like to think about flavor stuff. So as an adept, that's usually like a techie or something, right? Whatever, right? So this guy's a Craven, like tinkerer, essentially. So for him, I feel like he would be like, what is it? Rather arrogant, right? But then when it comes down to like super pressured like situations, like as you see in the inabilities, what you call it, like if he's by himself, or like he doesn't want to do something that puts him in danger, um, he can really lose his his focus or his yeah, that's yeah. He definitely this character definitely would have crafted that super shield, the exotic shield, and I feel like that would be something that I think I described that in the game I played on with D, the stream game, where it'd be like something on his wrist, and he just like, I feel like if it be voice activated or so a thought activated, it'll just pop up from his wrist, it'll just shoot open. Um, Oof. But yeah, arrogant guy. But when he's really put in a dangerous situation or a tough spot, he cracks. Um, but if he has, um, if he's prepared, and he usually is due to his luck and his cunning, with the stealth and running and whatever have you, and avoiding trouble, danger. Um, he's able to find himself in advantageous situations more often than not. So, almost a moot point, those breaking points. But, you never know. So, yeah, we'll make him an adept. I like that. So, yeah, we'll always make them tier 1. No EXP, I'll leave that blank. They'll be a Craven adept. Adepts have 1 intellect edge. And I forget their stat pools. Oh, I have the PDF for that. I'm about to whip out the book for that. Adepts. Always forget the starting pool numbers. 7, 9, 12. So it'll be 7, 11, 12. Whoa. 211, that's crazy. That'd be so much speed. It'd be going so fast. But I feel like... Alright, then we divide the 6 points as we see fit. I feel like he'd have a little bit more might. Because he has a shield, that's his, specialty, right? So I feel like he'd have at least 10 might to go behind his tankiness, or excuse me, his shield is something. Or excuse me, no. Let's make that only. Old starting 7. Let's make that 9. So he developed the shield to overcome his weak body. So it's 2 points. We have 4 more to mess with. Let's give him some more speed, because he's probably going to be more of a speed defense type guy. And, crafty, stealthy, trying to be in the best place at the best time. So we'll give him 3 speed. Be 14. So that'd be 3, 2. So we have 1 more. We'll give that to intellect, because he's definitely a smart guy. He's able to craft this stuff. He's able to use his other ingenuities to do things. So let's see what abilities you want to give him from Adept. I don't know why I did not just look at the PDF for this part. I should have. So definitely going to give him Distortion. That's a good one. Far Step is always fun. So I'm probably going to go Far Step. Always like to give some, knowledge skills, which is a flavor you can give. If most of the time the characters the types can learn those things, like knowledge skills or physical skills, but sometimes they can't. Like Adept doesn't have any at level 1. You go in magic training, but I don't want to do that. So they're definitely going to get knowledge skills from the flavor. So let me just use a PDF so I can just work as I create. I don't think it'd take me so long to just make a character. Probably just make one more character and call it a night. But yeah, so we want distortion. Where is it? Distortion. And because there's so much space, I can basically put in everything. So let's go back to adapt. What else? Far step. I love far step. That's easy to flavor in a super setting, especially as a techie guy. They could just be like short distance rocket boots, or if you want to be super campy, they could be like Inspector Gadget spring legs or something. Like there's just so many ways to flavor far step, and it's just such a fun ability. So I always like to grab that if I'm making an adept or a techie, something like that. It's just a fun ability. Keeps you safe. It's in line with the character who's trying to avoid trouble. Yeah. Pretty good. And then let's see for the third ability, because the other ability is going to be what you call it. I've already forgotten the name. Oh, knowledge skills. So Onslaught, of course, that's a staple for all adepts. So we definitely want to grab Onslaught. Because it is a super setting. There's usually going to be fighting in a super's game. So yeah, we're definitely gonna grab. Where's Onslaught? There it is. Onslaught has such a long description, but it's such a good ability. And then knowledge skills. That's just an enabler. What is he gonna be trained at? So it's trained at engineering. I'll say that all falls under skills, and I would have to look at the exact wording, but I think engineering. I think it's just knowledgeable, like geography. Yeah, so engineering would be a good one, and then let me look at that list actually. Knowledge skills. JKL. Where are you? Am I blind? Oh, there we go. History, geography, archaeology, so on. Yeah, this engineering definitely falls under that purview. Well, it'll be another good one. Engineering. This guy likes to run away. He's arrogant. I feel like he would be good at history, because to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past, you have to you have to know it, otherwise you're doomed to repeat it, and that's how he avoids it, by being trained at those things. So he's also trained at engineer. Is that how you spell engineering? Oh my god. Until I'm trained at it. That's a good one too, though, the street smarts. But what would be a good knowledge skill for that? Like persuasion would be like a skill. But no, I do enjoy doing that. Like it doesn't completely fall under knowledge skill. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with persuasion. I like that better. Thank you for opening my eyes, sir. Because we shouldn't be too bound to the book, because this makes more sense for the character. He knows how to talk his way out of stuff. He has street smarts, blah blah blah. I dig it. Intellect. Persuasion. God, I hope that it's engineering is spelled right. No, but I like that. And persuasion, if you want to be like, I know it's not really 100% in line with what's listed here, with history, geography, archaeology. You can say that persuasion is an area of knowledge such as knowing how to deal with human beings. I dig it though. I like it. Shouldn't make these too raw because I don't encourage like raw rules as written. I encourage people to follow their own path because it's just a guideline. And at the end of the day, when a thing says knowledge skills or interaction skills or whatever have you, they're just trying to help you stay more in line with whatever, like let's say, knowledge skills for adept or, the knowledge flavor. They're trying to keep you more in line with being knowledgeable or whatever have you, or but the truth, or when the way I look at it mechanically, even though there's not much crunch or anything to this game, when it's just giving you two skills. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have knowledge of psychology. You want to know how people think. So yeah, I guess we could put psychology. There we go. That's how you label it. Boom. But yeah, psychology. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how people think. And there's a lot of ways you could persuade a GM to give you a bonus on a roll with that. Whether you be trying to, get your way out of a sticky situation with an angry person, or trying to coax something out of a stubborn person. Psychology could help in any situation like that. You understand, what's going on in their mind, and that. Yeah, I like that. Let's use that. Boom. I like it. Like it a lot. Psychology. But again, I'm a very lenient GM, but I feel like most Cypher System GMs. Oh, I spelled that so wrong. Why am I so bad at spelling? Psychology. But again, I feel like most, as long as it makes sense, you can make a sensible argument for it. A GM will allow it. But yeah, I think this character is almost done. I think we just have to include a couple things here. Another thing I don't really tend to harp on when it comes to character creation is like equipment. Most of the time, the GM at hand will handle equipment a certain way, and 9 times out of 10, or excuse me, I shouldn't say 9 times because I don't know really my real experience with like me, Dean, Anthony, few others, but everybody kind of deals with it just a little bit differently. So I tend to leave that stuff blank. And if they want to use the stuff from the adept, that's your starting equipment for that, then they're free to go to because it's blank. They can just fill it in. Most of the time, I let people start with 1 weapon or 2 from being generous. Like, they'll have 1 regular weapon, 1 ranged weapon. Things like that. Yeah. Alrighty. So, let's keep it moving. I'm just going to look here. Hindered. You have an inability you can use light weapons without penalty. I don't really want to write all this down. This is just stuff that if you have the book or know the game, you should know. Actually, I want to see the wording on the others. So, I know warriors can use every weapon, but like for explorer, what weapons can they use? Light and medium without penalty, and then the last guys are the speakers. Oh yeah, so they're just trained at light weapons. So yeah, you would just know that. I don't feel I hate taking up space with things. It's like things are so straightforward in Cypher System, and it'd be very easy to explain it to someone in person. Like if I was using this character sheet for someone who like, um, yeah, it's definitely not a system for rule lawyers. Don't get me wrong, there are some. Actually, I wouldn't say that I've run into any, honestly. Um, but yeah, for like the equipment or whatever have you do, weapons, um, it's so easy to do that stuff on the fly. And if a person doesn't know that they're playing an adept for the first time, or they're playing the Cypher System for the first time, it's so easy to explain to them, hey, you're an adept. That just means that you can use light weapons and without any trouble. But if you go and use medium or heavy weapons, it's one step harder for you to hit things. Bang bang boom, you explain weapon systems and Cypher System. Like, it's crazy how simple it is. And then they ask, oh, how much damage? Oh, you do 2 damage. Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about rolling dice and adding numbers and multipliers. No, you just you do 2 damage. Oh, I love it. But yeah, this character almost done. I got caught up with I keep going on tangents. I'm becoming Dean with the tangents. But let's go ahead and get the focus abilities on here, which is force field shield. And because of how long these I try to make the pre-gen sheets so that you can just pick it up and run a game with them and not have to look at the book. So I try to include as much of the text as I can. If it's too long, I'll try to truncate it. But usually for one shots, you don't really upgrade anything, so there's no need to like truncate too much because there's more than enough space on this one sheet. Well, when I say one sheet, I mean like both pages here. There's usually enough room on both these pages to include everything. So you get force field shield right here. Shield. See, like a lot of this flavor stuff I would just cut out. But oh, and it's an enabler. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, it's like we were saying. Even if you had a heavy weapon, you can still like blink the shield into existence for a moment to block with it and then dissipate it. And attack with your heavy weapon. That's really cool. I'll throw that in the notes. Force field shield. You manifest a small plane of pure force which is shape. Flicker of a thought. You can dismiss it just as easily. See, I dropped my weapon for a second. Or you could maybe you're strong enough to hold a heavy weapon in one hand. But whatever. It depends on the style of game, but I like to run campy fun games, so I feel like I would allow, like, if there was a warrior with this ability who was wielding a heavy weapon, he'd be like, yeah, I wield my heavy weapon, I swing it down, and as they go to strike me, I release my grip and hold the weapon menacingly in my offhand as I block with my shield hand, or, whatever have you, as my shield blinks into existence. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Not going to alter that. I've already forgotten what the other one was. Force bash. Oh yeah, you get to bash people, which is cool. So, but with the two-handed method, you can't, you can't force bash because it requires the hand. So that really wouldn't work out. Actually, I would allow it. It's like, if it makes sense why it's weaker. This is another fun part for me when it comes to character creation is like picturing my mind how things would work for the character, like force bash. Like, how is that going to work for a guy who's willing to, like, he wants to wield a heavy weapon? Because people are eventually going to ask about it. Like, how, I want to use a two-handed weapon. How does it work for this guy? It's like, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, just do it. You can blink it in and out of existence. You just flavor it that you're just you let go with that hand and to use a shield. But I can also see it ruled the other way, that if you're gonna use the shield, you just can't have your hand has to be free for that shield to exist. In the hand. But whatever. It doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there. This is not a video about how people might rule one thing or another. This is a video about making pre-gens. Or, excuse me, a stream about making pre-gens. I'm talking like I'm recording a video for YouTube. Alright, so I think that's the 2 abilities for the brandish. Am I missing anything here for character creation? I think that might be everything. I got the descriptor abilities in there, or stuff. I got the adept stuff in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities. I got the 2 for the focus. Oh, Cypher limit is 2. Can I write 2 here? No, so you leave that blank. And then it's 3 for adepts. Yeah, I like to leave all this stuff mostly blank so people can fill it out themselves, because that's one of the that's one of the habits do die hard, but that's one of the beautiful things about Cypher System, is just so easy to fill this in right on the spot. It'll take maybe 5 minutes tops to fully flesh this out with equipment and attacks and all the other stuff that would make a usable character. And if it was a brand new player, it'd take no time at all to explain it as you did it. Alright, yeah, so let's go ahead and save this bad boy. Or excuse me, let me just open a new one, so I can edit any little bits down later to make it a little more succinct or whatever. I don't want to do editing on stream. I can do that later. Let me just find the the character sheet PDF. Where is it? Here it is. No, that's not it. This is it. Alright, so let's see what are we going to get for the next genre. Drum roll, please. Let's see. A drum roll. Oh, also, Jesus, I got the bot working. The bot is now functional. You can go ahead and type !YouTube to see our YouTube link. !Discord to be linked to the Discord. ! I think we have Twitter to be linked to the Twitter. And I think there's a 4th one. Let me double check. No. Oh, Facebook. ! FB will be for Facebook. I guess I should add one that's ! Facebook as well. And there's the drum roll. Thank you very much for that, kind sir. I'm about to make you a VIP on this channel for that. Oh, maybe I should make it include all of our personal Twitters as well, like mine and Dean's and Anthony's. But either way, let's see. That did not look appropriate on the camera. Oh my god, I was rolling the dice, people. That was nothing inappropriate happening here. So I'm doing it up here now. Sorry. It was a grown-up mistake. Oh, there's the dice. That's it. We're keeping that roll. Fell on the floor, but we're gonna keep that roll. I was laughing too hard at my own dumb self. Let's see what we got. What is this number? 13. Lucky number 13. Hope I didn't chip my stone. This is a stone dice. I don't know if you can't really see it too well on the camera, but favorite kind of stone, but it's like a green and like light green stone. I really like it. I like stone dice. But lucky number 13. What do we get for 13? Sci-fi fantasy. That's another really fun one to play with. There's so many options to choose for in a sci-fi fantasy game. Honestly, the character we just made could be a sci-fi fantasy game. Oh, one thing I forgot on the other character sheet is, because it's a supers game, there's usually power shifts involved, but again, GMs might run it differently. Maybe they'll use a pre-gen with no power shifts. Yeah, that's why I love Cypher System, and that's why I love character creation. Like, we did a video on YouTube where we talk about how to flavor one character for multiple genres, or I forget what it was. I think that's what it was. and or it was interpreting one character within different genres. I forget what I just said, but it was a cool video. Um, and I really enjoyed my take on the historical. Um, I forget what it was, like a shaman or whatever. I should just find a video and link it. Um, but that was I really enjoyed my take on that character in the historical setting or historical genre. But either way, this time we got 13 sci-fi fantasy, and that's what we're gonna roll with. Let's take a look at them focus again. Do 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 do. So in a sci-fi fantasy setting, again, you can go so many different ways with it. So it's hard to really say I already have a focus in mind for it. No, there's so many different things you can do. Um, I saw the horror one and basically bought the book and joined Discord right there. Is that really how you joined or came to like Cypher System? You saw the horror one that Dean had run? Is that really it? If that's it, that's amazing. That's actually incredible. It's like I saw the horror one, boom, joined the Discord immediately, bought the book. That's how good, that's how loose and amazing the system seems. But either way, that's awesome. That's freaking that's you don't know how much I know I wasn't the GM of that game. I'm just a player, but I helped run the community. And it's very humbling. Um, Knowing the one that people watch us, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. But that we're affecting how people view the system, if that makes sense. Like you, for this is your little story. Like you enjoyed. Talking about the horror movies. That one, okay. That's what you saw. Okay, either way, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking. I thought you were talking about that first horror video we did, Dean's game. Um, you were in Anthony's game. I'm talking about the one we did with the golden ones. But either way, though, the horror that was a very fun talk. And as you have probably heard in that video, I don't know much about that setting or excuse me that genre, but I do enjoy it. And I'm glad you enjoyed it to the point that it made you want to learn more about Cypher System and even join the Discord server. Um, and Anthony and Dean want me to run a horror game, and I have a couple in my mind, but don't know if I'm ready to run a horror game on stream yet, or any game on stream yet. My nerves are still crazy, as you saw last time when we're starting our stream. I just get so right even before this I got crazy nervous, and now I'm fine, but it's just I need to work over that nerve hump before I'm ready to GM a game on stream. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick out something. You're right, a module, nice. A horror module, or because writing stuff for this game is just so fun. I'm technically, if you want to call it modules, I'm writing one for mini golf. A friend of mine is really she wants to learn about Cypher System, and she really likes mini golf. Um, so I'm combining them. I'm combining Cypher System and mini golf, so that should be a fun little endeavor. I already came up with a few rules for playing the mini golf, and then off the course it's gonna be action adventure, or suspense. Um, but yeah, I have a lot of fun things in mind. Oh, slasher module, nice. Wait, I feel like you were the one who mentioned. Was it you that was asking about statting a slasher on the server that time? I think that was you, or someone was. Um, but yeah, I actually have one of my horror games, and I feel like I streamed it. I forget, but is a horror game, and it's like a killer in the woods type horror where it's like these kids go or these teens or early whatever late teens early 20s people go camping, and they have to deal with the typical tropes of a killer in the woods. Yo, it's awesome that you're so new to it. You're so new to it. And you're so eager to to play it, and not only play it but play it on stream. Like that's A plus that you like it so much. I'm touched that I had a hand in this in some way. Even though I'm sure Dean and Anthony said more about the horror than me, but I guess I had takes on it. Like I don't know. I had some interesting takes if you're not super into horror, but ways to enjoy it. But it seems like you're super into horror because you're writing a horror module. I got super sidetracked. But let's go ahead and let's make another one before I get off here. Hopefully it doesn't take me another hour to make another character. I usually make these pretty fast, but I do again. I enjoy chatting with people. Oh, nice! That's awesome. 1 second, I'm dying right now of this just talking. But yeah, if you need any tips or any other further help, you probably are maybe even more knowledgeable than me about all this stuff. Like, it's weird that I'm the one who runs the stream. I don't know freaking anything. Oh, but it is fun. And it's fun making the overlays and stuff, even though my overlays are pretty simple, but they get the job done, which is the important part. So yeah, sci-fi fantasy. So many things you can do in sci-fi fantasy. So let's go. What's a fun one that I never get to really make a character around? Oh, that sounds cool. Dances with dark matter. That sounds really cool. Let's look at that one in the book. You can manipulate shadow and dark matter. I will look that up in a PDF just because it's quicker. What was it called? I already forgot. Dances. I just like what it's called. Ooh, excuse me. Ribbons of dark matter. For the next minute, dark matter condenses within an area within long range that is no bigger than a medium distance in diameter, manifesting as swirling ribbons. All tests attempted by creatures in the area are hindered, and leaving the area requires a creature's entire action to move. Oh, that's cool. I like this a lot. You know what? We're gonna go with that. Dances with dark matter for our focus, our sci-fi fantasy. Sci-fi. See, and another thing is, I'm not a huge reader. I don't read many things. I don't watch many movies. So I'm not super knowledgeable on most tropes and stuff. So for sci-fi fantasy, I don't even know what you would what's a movie or book you would consider sci-fi fantasy. I think they were saying that's Star Wars. And I'm drawing blanks now, but Star Wars was the main one I remember. Oh shit. Hey Spangle. I did not expect you. Hey man. So it's gonna be for sci-fi fantasy. Yeah, so yeah, Star Wars is Kroll. Wait, Kroll. I don't know many things at all. Your Kroll, is that like a thing from Star Wars, or is that it's another franchise? So yeah, I'm just imagining someone who's literally able to control the dark matter of space and are able to I don't know, use it to their advantage, whatever. I just enjoy the name Dances with Dark Matter. And I feel like it fits the setting. Dances with Dark Matter, especially with dark matter being a space term. That's a good one. But we're gonna mix it up. We're not gonna make him an adept. That's too directly linked. Oh, now that I have it open on a PDF, I might as well just get ribbons of dark matter right here, because that's definitely gonna be on the sheet. Ravens of Dark Matter. That's a cool ability. That's a cool ability too. That's a really cool ability. Um, yeah, I was thinking Warrior or Explorer myself. Um, I'm just trying to think how it would flavor either of them. Oh, you know, I'm gonna go with Explorer, right? Let's go with Explorer. I'm not even looking at the list of abilities and stuff. This is just more out of flavor. So in my mind, again, they dance with dark matter, right? So sci-fi fantasy setting, this explorer type, whatever alien, who's able to, quote unquote, dance with dark. He dances with dark. He who dances with dark matter. Um, so they travel around a lot from different. I don't. Well, again, I'm making. Whenever I make up these characters, I make up some completely hypothetical setting in my mind that the character's gonna fit in. So this character, even though the setting might not ever get used or anything, so this alien, this whatever, goes from place to place, dancing with different dark matter from different galaxies, or we'll say that in this setting, dark matter varies from planet to planet. It's so sensitive. Um, so they explore different planets, looking for varying different dark matter and how I know the ability doesn't change anything in respects to anything, but it's all flavor. So dark matter can all be different. The dark matter on Earth is different from the dark matter on Mars. Is different from the dark matter on whatever. I'm bad. I don't know many different planets. I mean, I know all the planets solar system, but I mean like beyond this galaxy, just all over the universe, dark matter is different. And that's how I'm flavoring this explorer. Yeah, that's good. I like that. They hope to catalog all known dark matter, and they're just restless. Maybe that could be like, if they're from an alien race, maybe that's just like their race's goal or whatever have, or not their goal. I wouldn't say an entire race. I mean, there are the Borg who they all have a single goal, but I would say that that's something that deeply interests their people, because again they have a knack, they might have a knack for it. But that's not to say that anyone. Well, again, it depends on the setting. I just when I make characters, I end up just theory crafting, just a bunch of random shit like. What if a human wanted to be a dark matter dancer in this setting? Like, would you deny them the ability to take this focus if they didn't want to be flavored as an alien? Like, yeah, sure, of course they could be. They could also dance with dark matter. They've studied this alien race so heavily that they were able to develop technology that lets them do the same thing. Bing bang boom, there it is. But no, this is gonna be. You know what? I actually like that idea a lot. No, we're gonna run with that one. He's an explorer he's a human who became so infatuated with this, like he saw an alien like one day, just like it looked like they were dancing, with strings of dark energy. Um, no, I mean, yeah. If you want to talk about the alien race, yeah, that might be cool too. Like maybe like strings come from like their skin, and you can see it like splintering, almost like translucent spider webs, through the air or atmosphere or whatever have you. That's a really I like that idea a lot. But the pre-gen, this guy is a human guy. I mean, in my eyes, whoever picks up this character and uses it can use it however they want. But in my eyes, this is a human who is trying to imitate this alien race. Because I actually really dig that idea. But again, whoever picks up this pre-gen might come up with a different backstory or whatever for it. So what someone like that would be like. Now it's time to pick their descriptor. Then I'll worry about picking abilities and such. I don't know every single descriptor off the top of my head, or their consciousness was uploaded to the dark energy network. How about they tap into dark matter energy? Yeah, I feel like that all goes hand to hand. I think I haven't looked further into the dances with dark matter, but I'm assuming it all comes from tapping into dark matter energy. So it would just make sense that they have like an innate ability to tap into and manipulate dark matter. But again, all dark matter is different though. Even though they can be used in very similar ways, which is why you would know, well, again, ribbons of dark matter is always going to do what it does, but it might look different depending on what kind of dark matter you're using. I actually like this one a lot, but I don't like making pre-gens with this kind of focus, or excuse me, with this kind of descriptor. I'm looking at weird. Like, I personally really like this one, but like a sense for the weird. Sometimes at the GM discretion, weird things related to supernatural. Like, this stuff helps the GM, like the sort of like little mechanic or whatever you want to call it. But I don't like using it because, let's say, what you call it, a more like, I like to make these like pre-gens like universal, if that makes sense. Again, if it was me, I'd use it. But if, let's say, like a fresh, brand new GM who doesn't really never play role playing games, nothing like that, they really wouldn't be able to utilize, this thing. Though it is a good tool to just have it on there, like, what you call it, to encourage that thought process. But it might go underused, if that makes sense. So like that, so things like that, like Mad, like Doomed, like those kind of like that have like those GM nuances. I try not to make pre-gens with those. Risk taking is actually not a bad one. That kind of changes that stuff though. That was actually a super fun descriptor to use. In that one game, in what you call it, I used that in Dean's game. I had the risk taking descriptor. Why am I blanking so hard on where this shit is in alphabetical order? Like, I should be able to just find it. Like. Pressing your luck, succeed. No, I feel like he would be sneaky. I mean, we could always change the inability, but no, I'm not gonna go with risk taking. I feel like he might be impulsive though. Nah, he has willpower for sure. What does creative do? That might be a good one too. You definitely have to be creative to do some shit like this. Why am I so bad at the alphabet? Creative. Plus to the intellect pool. It always comes someone new. Natural inventive. Creative looks really good, actually. Yeah, I'm liking creative a lot. I actually do like Doomed a lot for this one too. But again, it has that weird, like, let me see how Doomed is in this one. I wonder if they changed it at all. Every other time you cannot refuse it, do not get it. Yeah, I actually do like Doomed a lot. You know what? Let me look at Impulsive too. No, what was the other one you said? Inquisitive. I feel like he's just gonna be a smart guy, not too brash or quick to act, if that makes sense. You're eager to learn your training, so learn something new. Okay, target list, train in geography or history. Dangerous, hesitate, initiative. I think I'm gonna go with creative. I like creative. The thing that's making me want to use creative more, or the most, is the inability. You're inventive but not charming. All tasks related to pleasant social interaction are hindered. So the way I see it, right, he's just this weirdo who goes around hopping from galaxy to galaxy or whatever, from planet to planet, just mimicking this other race, basically. Not in like a blackface sort of way, but like in like he's just infatuated to the point that he's like dressing like them, almost speaking, learning their language or whatever have you, like weeaboo status. Like if they're like, it's embarrassing. It's not the great, like he's just obsessed with like their culture or whatever have you. So he's like I don't know what you would call a weeaboo for dark matter. So we're gonna go with creative. I'm laughing way too much at myself on that one. It's tier whatever. I like it. I like yeah, he's dark matter weeaboo. He just loves dark matter people so much that he just wants to be like them, and you know, it's not real dark matter unless it came from their home planet. Every other dark matter is just a lot of stuff opens up. Oh wait, I forgot to look at the base stats of Explorer. I'm doing this stuff so out of order. Here we go. Explorer. So 1099. And I forgot what creative gave. I think that was intellect. Why did I put the book down? Who let me do this? So 2 intellect. Oh, so I'm gonna move this over here so I can see it. Nerd out with dark matter. Shallow creative. 2 intellect. So it's 11. No, 19, 11. I can't tell if you're quoting something or not. Seems like a quote from something. Or it's just going over my head. I don't know. I'm also very tired. I'm a very simple man. See, like I'm lost now. Like I got lost. There we go. So your intellect, you're trained at creating narrative. I'm just gonna put creating a narrative. This includes deception. I'm just gonna write can include deception on the sheet since that's a little vague. Creating a narrative. What was the other wording on there? Creating an analysis, story, player, scenario. Creating a narrative. Making up stuff. I say that someone could say that. Hey, that's for. All right, man. Have a good night, Jesus. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Like very much so. Oh, with the true dark. Okay, there we go. Okay, gotcha. Okay, now I get it. Sorry, I'm a little slow, but I get it now. But again, thank you, Jesus, so much for stopping by. It's super duper appreciated. That's a quote from you. Very, very well said, sir. Oh, why do I don't have to tap through there. What am I doing? You're naturally inventive. You're trained in one skill: writing, computer coding, composing, music, painting, drawing, and so forth. So I would say that would be like tinkering. I'll just call that tinkering. He's good at tinkering. And how do I keep doing that? And then what's the other one? Trained at puzzle solving tasks. They're trained. But yeah, I enjoy doing this kind of stream where I'm just like talking, even if it's by myself. I wouldn't mind being like on voice chat with somebody too, or inviting people to, you know, like we were doing here. We're like discussing the character as we make it. It's early for me, or it's 2:36 a.m. here. I mean, I do work at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, so it's not like I have to wake up early or anything. You're trained any task involved finding out something new. So I'll just call that learning something new. Learning something new. Oh, this guy has a lot of good skills. And then the pleasant social interaction. They have an inability. Womp womp. All these eyes. What the heck? I mean, I'm down to voice chat right now if you want to voice chat for the little bit of time I'm going to be on here. I'm just waiting. I'm fleshing this character out and I'm going to stop the stream, but maybe for the next time. But honestly, it's going to be like 5 more minutes to fill this out. I was honestly expecting only to stream for an hour. It's been like almost an hour and a half. But this character is basically done at this point. Just got to add the stat points. Yes. Explorers have speed edge, or can you choose? I think you could choose for anybody at this point. We're just gonna let's just give them intellect edge. Makes more sense for the character. I don't really care what the book says at this point for this. It just makes more sense for this guy. But he's socially awkward. He's a super weeb. He's a dark matter enthusiast. But let's go ahead and add his other points. Give him some. Definitely want to have high int. So we'll give him 3 int. Or maybe 4, 1, 1, 4, 4, or 0, 1, 4. You know, let's give him abilities first. Then let's decide. Alright, let's look at Explorer. Explore example. But yeah, maybe next time, cause it's alright. So is this a good time, like where you're like kind of free sometimes? Cause this time right now is like generally when I'm awake and doing stuff because of my work schedule. So it's kind of awkward to do stuff with like Anthony and Dean most of the time, which is why I'm doing this alone right now. Because we do just want to have more streams put out, more videos put out, so that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, he would definitely have Decipher for sure. There's no question about that. He definitely has Decipher. That's all. See, now we're crossing into the territory of like setting crafting or setting craft or whatever, theory crafting a setting, which I don't mind either. I love talking about this stuff. That's why I love Cypher System, because there's so many different avenues you can take things down. But yeah, let me finish this up. Decipher for sure. Let's go back to Explorer. Decipher is just such a good ability. So yeah, on certain days we could do something for it's like you says 9:33. So it'll be like maybe from like 9 to what is it, 11? We could do something. That would be my Tuesday. No, Monday to Wednesday. So that would, yeah, especially on Sundays. Especially on Sundays. Sundays I'm always free, and then that would be my Sunday night. That would be now, which would be right now. So yeah, like 9 to 11. That's a good, like, I'm always up at those times, 2 to 4. Go to sleep at like 6. 6 a.m. Wake up at like, what is it? 1500 hours. I don't know how to say the universal time. Or even wake up at like 1600 hours. That's a really horrible phrase to an American. I'm I'm sorry. I know that's a horrible thing to joke about, but it's been like, what is it? How many years now? And it's okay to pop a little joke now and then. And I was down there. I'm from New York City. That was a crazy time. That was actually freaking. I remember that day, man, so well. But yeah, that was a. I don't know why. It just made me think of that. I'm so dumb. But yeah. Let me go ahead and look at Explorers again. But that's a good time frame for me. On Sundays, we could maybe do it like every other week or every. I want to commit to every week doing this. Like, I'm getting lost on Explorers now. Yeah. And in the UK is 4 p.m. No, I mean that's when I wake up for work. Yeah, so 16. Yeah, 4 p.m. Yeah, I was right. Yes. I never used the military time or whatever you call it. So I'm always unsure what's what. And it's 12 plus 4 is 16. It's very rudimentary, but us Americans. Don't even ask me about temperature and fucking Celsius. Oof. That's a lost battle. Sorry, I'm fucking stupid. Definitely knowledge skills, but I'll leave that one for last. Find the way? What's that? That definitely sounds like it makes sense. I forget what that does though. Apply effort to navigation tasks because you don't know the way or lost or attempting to blaze a new route. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, let's give him that. That's a cool ability. It makes sense for the character too. That's a really cool ability, find the way. What else can we give them? Always like to give explorers trained without armor. Oh, whoa, why did the one get here for the Cypher? So we have 2 more things we could give them. I usually like to give trained without armor, but I think I'm going to forego it this time. It's a nightmare. What? Doing it the other way around? From Celsius to Fahrenheit? Or... I got understand that because Fahrenheit doesn't... Oh, units of measurement... units of measurement don't really make too much sense. Like, excuse me, I can see them not making sense for someone who wasn't, raised here. It's like, you measure things in feet? How many hands is that? Like, centimeters and all the other unified stuff makes more sense. Still don't know what to give them. Oh, this is warrior. Why am I looking at warriors? Why have you tricked me? Book. Muscles of Iron might be a good one. Or Endurance. I forgot Muscles of Iron do exactly. For the next 10 minutes, all my visible attack rolls are typed to ease. feel like he's already very knowledgeable at stuff, so I don't have to take any knowledge skills. He already has all the stuff he needs from his, what is it, descriptor and... So I think I'm going to give him either endurance or... what is it, muscles of iron, because it just makes sense, because he's almost addicted to messing with this like space material, so it would make sense that his body's like, he can temper his body when he needs to, or with endurance he's like able to, withstand certain things longer than others. But I don't know which one. Probably gonna go with muscles of iron. Yeah. Let's go with that. Endurance and improved edge. Explorers are supposed to start with a might edge of 1. I like intellect better for the character, so it's going to be intellect. But I guess with improved edge, it doesn't matter. But having improved edge would make sense for the character, too. I feel like having both would be kind of overkill. Because they both represent the same aspect of the character. So I feel like it would be muscles of iron or endurance and improved edge. The question is which. Let me look at muscles of iron again. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with muscles of iron. It's a more fun looking ability. Let's go with that. I don't really need the... Oh, I guess I might as well just paste the whole thing. I was like, you don't really need the second one. They're not getting it twice. But what if they get it twice in the course of their play? Then they won't know. Alright. Yeah, Explorer should 100% be able to choose what their starting edge is. 100%. But for improved edge, we're going to give him might. Improved edge. Might. And then again, I like to leave the equipment, the ciphers, ciphers usually get a blank anyway. Name, I leave blank for players to fill out equipment. All GMs, or excuse me, not all GMs, but a lot of GMs deal with equipment and such differently, so I like to leave that blank to be filled out when the GM at hand is present. We got all the stats. Oh no, excuse me, I forgot the most important part, picking his last 6 stats. So we're going to go with 2 in might, and none in speed, and 4 in intellect. He's a very smart guy, but not the most charming. He's not quick, really. It's pretty tough one. Actually, no, it makes a little more sense to have at least 1 more speed. Because his body must be pretty used to moving around a lot from going from place to place. But his might would definitely be higher, and his intellect would definitely be the highest. Due to what he does. But I like that some descriptors give you so many skills, so you don't have to like pick knowledge skills or whatever physical skills on their special for the your ability. And this character looks like a lot of fun. But I think that's everything. It has the stats now, has the 4 abilities, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has the focus ability on there, has the descriptor, skills, the descriptor, stat bonus. Let me just make sure there was not a second tier 1 ability for dances with dark matter. I don't think there was. No, it's just the single one. Yeah, so this character is now done. Yeah, I'm not going to save it just now, just in case I want to change anything. But this character, I can save this. The character is now done. I'm going to compile this in a Google Doc. I know, I'm sure you've seen it, Ollie, but the people who have made pre-gens in the past, there was like a bunch being posted a while back, and I never compiled them. But I started a Google Doc. I think I can compile files on there, give access to that folder to the server, so people could just just start uploading their own character sheets, whether it be a character sheet like this or the little text document they were filling out. But yeah, this character, I would play this character. This is a character I would actually play. But I don't make any characters that I wouldn't play. If that makes sense. Like, I always try to make a character that I think would be fun. But no, that's not true, because I've crafted characters for other people who have made requests. Where it's like, I wouldn't play this kind of character, but I can see why you would. But when I'm making pre-gens on my own and I'm filling my own specifications, like, I always try to make it something I would find a lot of fun. And again, I think this hits that mark. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. It's getting almost to 3 a.m. Yeah, I gotta get ready to go night. Maybe eat a little late night snack. A few of those characters? What do you mean, like the just making a random character? I'm not sure. I forget what I have already mentioned. See, I'm so tired. I could take my headphones off now too. Not that I was listening to anything. But yeah, this is a fun little stream. Thank you for stopping by. I know Jesus isn't here anymore, but thank you. Thank you, Spangle, aka Ollie, for stopping by. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, there's something nice to say about the kind of person who would make characters they think other people would enjoy but wouldn't necessarily enjoy themselves. Like, I don't normally enjoy like playing sneaky stabby rogues, so I don't normally make sneaky stabby rogue likes. But if someone asks me to make it for them, I can definitely whip that up so fast. Super fast, I should say. But yeah, I definitely enjoy. Oh, that was you. You okay? From that time. Okay, gotcha. Yes, you can see my memory is so freaking trash. But I want to compile all those pre-gens, to like what you call it, just get them all together, because people apparently, I don't know, have a want for this. I just enjoy making. If I need a character, I just make it because of how Cypher System is. I just love making characters. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Anybody who might be watching on the Discord server, if you're watching, have not joined Cypher Unlimited Discord server, be sure to hit the ! Discord function. I'll just type it myself right now to get the Discord link visible. You can also type in ! YouTube, ! Twitter to see our other stuff. Facebook, FB. I should actually add one for ! Facebook, but yeah. Good night. Good fight. And from us at the CU, we will see you later. Take care.